How many real estate agents do you know that are only in their 30s but have over 30 years of experience in real estate? Well, I've been around the business since I was just a baby, and I have the photos to prove it. On this episode of Royal LePage Real Estate, we're going through how I got into real estate. Hey guys, welcome back to Prairie Real Estate. My name is Matthew Pfeiffer. I'm a real estate agent in Regina, Saskatchewan, otherwise known as your favorite bald realtor on YouTube. So, do you know why the hipster real estate agent wouldn't show that brand new riverfront property? It was just too current. I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who supported me. I'm almost up to 1,000 subscribers now. That's what I'm driving for. By the time this video launches, I might actually even be there. So thank you so much for everybody who has commented, subscribed, liked my videos. I really appreciate your support. And if you found one of my videos very informational, something that's helped you out, I would love it if you were to post that on your social media page and talk about why that video was fantastic or how it answered a question for you, because I bet you a lot of your friends have the same questions. So if you wanted to help me out and help push me over the hump of 1,000 subscribers, I would really appreciate it. This video, it's going to be a little bit different than my typical, market update videos or informational videos. What I wanted to do on this was more of a casual video and talk about how and why I got into real estate. And I'm gonna do this as more of a casual video because when this launches, I'm actually on vacation. I take a little bit of time off and do some hiking and rafting and things like that. So I figured let's just do this as a question and answer video. But if this is supposed to be a casual video, what the heck am I doing in the office? I'm on vacation. Hold up, let's go somewhere where it's a little bit more comfortable, more relaxed. Pretty comfy. I could get used to doing showings like this. So let's go for a drive, answer some questions. So I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I've been kind of lying to you guys for a while. And that is, I'm not usually dressed up in a blazer or a sport jacket, dress shirts, that type of thing. Not even a suit and tie type of guy. In fact, a lot of times I'm showing up to showings just like this because I'm running directly from football practice or another community event straight to meeting with clients. I like to joke with people that I've been in real estate basically my entire life, so that's how I've got over 30 years of experience in the business. It's because ever since I was a baby, my dad's idea of daycare was taking me to showings and to his open houses and stuff like that. He says because he wanted to spend more time with me. I think it's because he was just too cheap to pay for a babysitter. But I officially was licensed in 2012, and you know what? That was the absolute perfect time to get into real estate, because right about then is when the prices in the Regina real estate market and sales started to decline. So I've spent almost my entire career working in a declining market. I've gotten used to that, gotten comfortable with that. Another question I get a lot is, why did I get into real estate? And a lot of agents probably told you that really heartwarming story, how they just love houses so much and love helping people find their dream homes and everything like that. And yeah, I do enjoy that, but that's not my story. For me, I wanted the opportunity to be able to work with my father. He said he's been in the business for over 40 years, eventually maybe take over his business. And it offered me a lot of flexibility that other jobs don't have, and allowed me to do things like coach football. Football is very important to me. I played football after high school. It got me my education. I met a lot of my good friends because of football. So having the ability to give back to the game by coaching and volunteering was really important to me. And real estate afforded me the time to be able to do that. So yeah, it wasn't a underlying desire because I love houses so much. It was an opportunity to give me flexibility to do other things and get into working with my father, which was important to me. So what do I like most about real estate? Well, that's kind of a two-part answer. The first part is that flexibility, so that I can give back to my community and do the things that I really enjoy in life, and real estate offers those flexible hours so I can do that. The second part is I really enjoy building relationships with people, and so the ability to build relationships with my clients, get to know them better, understand what they're looking for, that was something that I really enjoyed. And a lot of times my clients become my friends, and when they buy a house, I'm actually kind of sad because we don't get to hang out anymore. So if you're one of my past clients and I haven't talked to you in a little bit, give me a call. I probably miss you. What was it like getting started in the business? Well, I started with a grand total of 0 clients in a market where prices were just starting to decline and sales were declining as well. So I really had to learn under fire. But very early on, I realized that I had a lot of experience and knowledge in real estate because of a lot of the lessons my father taught me over the years. And so what I started focusing on was teaching people about real estate, teaching them about the market and the process and things like that. And that allowed me to build a really good amount of trust in those relationships and helped expand my business. So I figured out early on that if I can teach people about real estate, teach people about what to expect, that they would trust me and believe in me. And I had maybe more experience and knowledge than somebody who was just getting started in the business. So I started leveraging that experience and knowledge that I had. And then because I was a Regina guy, I had a lot of connections in my community, and I was able to leverage those connections through coaching and volunteer activity to get to meet more people and just expand upon my business. I never promoted being a real estate agent when I was out coaching football, but people would ask what you do. And when you say you're in real estate, they want to talk about the market, what's going on, especially since we had started to decline. So there was a lot of questions. And over time, I was able to build up those relationships and essentially build my business from my community from the ground up. Almost entirely from referral. I did very little advertising, and still to this day I do very little advertising. I like to say that I advertise with my time volunteering and doing stuff in my community than advertising with billboards and bus benches and things like that. So you're more likely to see me on a football field than on a bus bench. Why did I start a YouTube channel? Well, it's an extension of that desire to teach people. I really enjoy talking about real estate and teaching people. So I thought to myself, well, here's a platform that I can use to teach people about real estate and reach a wider audience. It wasn't a marketing campaign. It wasn't a desire to expand my business. If that was a byproduct of it, fantastic. But really what I wanted to do was just reach a different group of people, teach them some of the lessons that I had, and just talk to them, have the conversations. And honestly, I didn't think this would go very far. I didn't have high expectations. I didn't think many people would want to sit and listen to a bald guy from Regina, Saskatchewan talk about real estate. But with how much this has grown so far and the support and feedback I've gotten, it's been fantastic. And I got to thank you guys for that. So for all of you that have supported me through this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Why did I call it Bald Prairie Real Estate? Well, the bald part should be pretty obvious. And I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan. So that's where the Prairie part came from. And the nickname of Saskatchewan is the Bald Prairie. And no, I don't shave my head every day. If you notice, I don't have eyebrows or eyelashes. I have what's called alopecia. And I've had it since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, my hair would fall out, come back, and fall out. But in 2008, I lost my hair. And I haven't got it back since then. So I've just embraced the bald lifestyle. That's where Bald Prairie Real Estate came from. Bonus question. What's an embarrassing or funny story from my real estate career? Well, I was going to tell you the story how when I first started studying for my real estate exam, I'd only studied half the material. I thought there was one book. There's actually two. And my wife says that's not a funny story, so I'm not going to go on to that one. But I'm going to tell you a story about when I was showing a bungalow-style condo. So that is separate houses, but they're in common ownership. And we pulled up to the unit. My client and I get out. We walk up to the front door. It's wide open. Looks like they're doing some renovations. So don't think anything of it. And we start going through the property. And for some reason, it just didn't feel right to me. And I was thinking, geez, I thought the kitchen was a different color. A couple minutes into the showing, the owner comes around the corner and she looks at me and says, "What are you doing here?" So I'm showing the house. She goes, "You're at the wrong address." Turns out that this condo had two units with the number 1328. One faced onto the main street, which is the one I was at, and one faced into the small common street that was inside the condo project. So that's the one we had to go to. So I was actually showing the wrong place. Turns out you should maybe look and figure out if there's two units with the same address in the condo project. Okay, welcome back to the office, and thank you very much for watching. I had a lot of fun making that video, even though it was actually really challenging for me. But what did you guys think of it? Was that something you guys enjoyed, getting to know me a little better, doing something in a different setting? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. And if you want me to keep doing this, you have questions about me, put those in the comments, and maybe I can do another video like this and answer those questions for you. And I need a name for this series. If I'm going to keep doing these, I need a name. So if you got a good name for videos of me driving around answering real estate questions, put that in the comments, and I'll give you credit if you pick the winning name there. So thank you very much for watching. If you want more Canadian market updates, well, I'm going to put up my market update right here so you can check that out, see where the Canadian real estate market's at. And if you're a first-time home buyer or just got buying questions, this series of videos right here is dedicated to home buyers. It should answer a lot of questions you've had. So
Hopefully those will help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.